Have you ever met someone who had hit true rock bottom but fully deserved it? My brother Ethan was always mom's golden child. Seriously, the guy could mess up his entire life and she'd still look at him like he invented oxygen. He dropped out of college after one semester because he said lectures were boring, got fired from Target for showing up high, borrowed $200 from mom for rent, and spent it on concert tickets. And every single time, mom would smile and say he was just finding himself. Meanwhile, I was working double shifts as a nurse, paying my own bills, and showing up every Thursday to take mom grocery shopping. I'd help her sort pills, drive her to doctor appointments, sit with her when she felt lonely. Ethan would text maybe once a month asking if she could Venmo him gas money. Then mom got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, stage 4. The doctor said maybe 6 months if treatment went well. I took family leave from work to be there for her chemo appointments. And suddenly, out of nowhere, Ethan started showing up. Like actually showing up. He'd come over with flowers from the grocery store. He'd sit with her and watch her old cooking shows. He even offered to help organize her paperwork so she wouldn't stress about bills while dealing with treatment. Mom was so happy. She kept saying maybe the cancer was a blessing because it brought her son back to her. I wanted to believe it too. I really did. One afternoon I came by to drop off her prescriptions and found mom sitting on her bed crying. Not like normal sad crying, but that silent kind where you're too shocked to make noise. Her hands were shaking and her laptop was open in front of her. I asked what was wrong and she just pointed at the screen. Her bank account was pulled up. The balance said $312. It should have been almost $40,000. Her entire savings, the money she'd been putting away for 30 years, gone. She kept saying maybe it was a scam, maybe someone hacked her account, maybe the bank made a mistake, but I knew. I grabbed her phone and logged into her banking app and scrolled through the transactions. Sports betting sites, hotel rooms in Vegas, bars charging $400 at once. All of it had Ethan's card linked to her account. I felt sick. I screenshotted everything, printed it at her house, and we waited for him to show up that evening like he'd been doing. When he walked in with his stupid flowers, mom asked him straight up if he took her money, and he didn't even lie. He didn't even pretend. He just shrugged and said yeah, he'd been using it. Then he looked at her, dying in her own bed, and said, "You were gonna die anyway." At least I got to actually enjoy it. I've never seen my mom's face do that before. It was like watching her heart break in real time. She told him to get out. He laughed and said she'd forgive him by next week like she always did, but she didn't. She told me to change every password, every login, everything. I called the police that same night. Mom didn't want to press charges. She said she couldn't send her own son to jail even after what he did, but she called her lawyer the next morning and removed him from her will completely. Every single thing went to me. She made sure it was airtight so he couldn't contest it. Mom passed away 7 weeks later. It was quiet, peaceful. I was holding her hand. Ethan didn't come to the hospital. He didn't come to the funeral either. Didn't send flowers. Didn't text. Nothing. 3 weeks after we buried her, I got a call from a detective. Ethan had been arrested for trying to scam an elderly woman in his apartment building. Told her he was a contractor and needed upfront payment to fix her roof. She gave him $1,800 and he disappeared. But she had a grandson who was a cop, and they tracked him down in 2 days. I didn't plan to visit him, but something in me needed to see it. Needed to see him actually face consequences for once in his pathetic life. So I went to the county jail, sat in that cold visiting room with the gross plastic chairs and scratched glass. And when he walked out in his orange jumpsuit, he looked terrible, skinny, sick. His hands were shaking and he had this look like he finally realized nobody was coming to save him. He sat down and just stared at me for a second. Then he asked if I could put $50 on his commissary account so he could buy soap and instant noodles. I looked at him, this guy who stole from our dying mother, who laughed about it, who didn't even show up to say goodbye. And I said, "Mom would have done it. I won't." Then I stood up and walked out. I didn't look back, not even once.